Okay, folks, here we are. David and Alyssa Muller coming at you. It's Failing Forward Friday. So before we get into the Failing Forward, I just want to tell you about my cup. Today, my cup is from the USS Arizona Memorial in Hawaii. I got it last time we went there, when we went to Disney's Aulani. I also got this shirt there, as you can see. It's very Hawaiian, very wartime Hawaiian.
Very, very David.
Yep. So here's my first failing forward is, although you hopefully can't tell on camera, this shirt doesn't fit me very well. It's a little tight still. So I'm gonna work on that because I do love it and I want to wear it more often. First, do you have a...
So I want to go into a little bit of detail what Failing Forward is. So if you haven't read the book, Failing Forward by John C. Maxwell, begin there. Because Failing Forward is basically, some people are afraid to fail. Well, most people are. And the way that David and I look at it is that every day we're looking for the fail because we're looking for the learn. So once you fail, it's called failing forward. You evaluate why the fail happened and then you adjust and then you move forward. So you might actually have another fail, but when you observe and adjust, you're constantly course correcting to achieve or transfer the fail into a win. So that's the definition basically of failing forward.
That's good stuff. So do you have anything this week that you would consider a failing forward?
So I would say the organization of our bedroom is a huge fail. I have piles and piles of clothes because I hate to put clothes away. I'd say that's a big fail. Yeah.
So when Sarah left, and Sarah is her cousin who lived here with us, and she was like Monica from Friends. She loves to clean. And so that was really nice because, you know, she got free room and board, and we didn't have to clean the house, so it was kind of awesome. But she's gone, and we miss her terribly because...
Not just because she cleans, but we do miss her.
Right.
But, you know, going along that fail, it actually goes to choices. And so I'm a huge advocate in calendar blocking, you know, posting in your day your roles associated with action steps. And to be honest, it's not because I don't have time, it's because I don't want to do it. Like, I don't want to put my clothes away. So my failing forward moment, which will not be a failing forward moment next week, is I will tackle the pile that's on the ironing board and the pile that's in the basket that's already almost surpassed the ironing board.
Well, here's the forward part. Yes, it was a fail because the bedroom isn't done yet. But the moving forward part is most of the rest of the house is. We got the dishes cleaned up, the counters cleaned, the floor's done. So as much as neither one of us love doing that stuff, we were pretty proud of ourselves for getting it done.
Woohoo! Yeah. So along those lines, what I'm going to do to make sure that I don't have this being another failing forward moment next week is I'm going to calendar block at least, I think for me, realistically, 2 30-minute segments of my day where I'll tackle that pile of clothing. So how this is going to happen, and this is going to be great, giving you lots of knowledge of like the secret sauce, if there is, of being organized throughout the day, is when I calendar block these 30 minutes, I think it's going to be 2 30 minutes because I think it'll only take an hour of really intentional time. In those 30 minutes, I'm not going to answer the phone. I'm not going to look at my computer. If David wants to hang out, he can hang out in the bedroom, but otherwise, like, my focus is going to be laser focused on getting these 2 piles basically like hung up, folded, find new homes for them. And unless there's an emergency, like somebody's gonna go to the hospital or a bone popping out or blood's protruding, you know, from an accident, this will get done. And so it's really the secret sauce to making sure you accomplish the goals that you have, is you have to really surround yourself with basically being strong enough that nothing is going to get in the way of you getting that goal done. Like anything, nothing, except for like your own, you know, like I put parameters in, like if somebody's in the hospital, but bone broken, blood, you know, coming out because you fell down. Those are the things that stop me from getting the calendar block done in my schedule.
Sometimes it helps to incentivize it. Should we add a risk and reward?
So I don't need that for this one, but let's give it out to everybody as an example.
So risk reward is For instance, you set a goal, I'm going to do this or else.
And always set a timeline, because you'll never get it done if you don't touch
the goal. Obviously has to be, SMART goals, so it has to be specific, it has to be measurable, it has to be achievable, it has to be relevant, and it has to be timely. It has to have a time frame.
That's the SMART acronym.
So, so if you take a SMART goal, the thing that you can use to supercharge that is to add a risk and reward. So when I get this done, I reward myself with such and such. If I do not get it done in the allotted time, then I will get a punishment instead of a reward. Consequence, right. And one of the things that I've done in the past is my goal was to lose however much I was losing, and my risk was I took and wrote a $500 check to a political campaign that I did not appreciate or like, and I put it in an envelope.
Have to write the check.
I wrote the check. I put it in the envelope. I addressed it to the campaign, and then I gave it to somebody that would send it if I didn't reach the goal.
That's really good.
So that's what I'm talking about, and reach that goal. And it was not an easy thing to do, and I did run up on the deadline, and
he made it within ounces of the day. It was awesome.
Because it was very, very important to me that $500 of my hard-earned money did not go to support this campaign.
So on a note, also on that, is it doesn't have to be both. So if you require being rewarded with pleasure versus pain, then do the pleasure. But if you're like, I don't. So some people aren't inspired by pleasure because they feel guilty. Like, I shouldn't have to be rewarded with that just to get that done. So they would rather it be the pain. So for instance, if you make a goal, like David made a goal to lose 20 pounds, where he's going to have to eat how many eggs? Because he hates eggs. Yeah, 8 eggs. I forgot.
1 egg a day for 1 week. 7 eggs.
Yeah, 7 eggs.
It reminds me of that book when I was a kid. I read a book. It's called How to Eat Fried Worms. It's a great little kid's book. I don't know. I haven't seen it since, but maybe you've heard of it.
So attaching your goal with the SMART acronym, so specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and timely, with a reward or a risk if you don't make it.
Nice.
Great. What's your feeling forward? Just the shirt? Because are you going to repeat that?
No, I'm not going to repeat it. I think everybody knows what my feeling forward was from today.
Hopefully this has been helpful for you guys. And what we would love is for you to comment down below kind of your, what was your feeling forward for this last week? And then how are you going to turn it into a win? What action steps are you going to take to make that feeling forward moment into a win for next week?
What did you like best about this? And maybe if you learned anything, I would love to hear what it is you learned, and you could just comment below or share it with us.
Share.
We'd love to hear your feedback.
Yep. All right.
So that's it for Failing Forward Friday. Nice job.
Woo!
Mullers out.